Repeated defeats in battles, or failure to recover, learned helplessness experiment. At the end of the Qing Dynasty, Zeng Guofan, a famous general and politician, experienced multiple failures in the early stages of the Xiang Army's attack on the Taiping Army. He even threw himself into the river in despair and was rescued by the left and right. He changed his repeated defeats to repeated defeats. Finally, he regained his spirit and reorganized his military affairs, successfully captured the Tianjin city pond, and became a meritorious minister of the Qing government's suppression of the Taiping Rebellion. In life, under various challenges and difficulties, some people are able to keep trying after experiencing failures until they finally achieve success. Some people, on the other hand, may fall into despair after failure and give up on continuing their efforts. This difference may be related to the psychological phenomenon of learned helplessness. Learned helplessness is a psychological concept proposed by American psychologist Martin E.P. Seligman, and one of the most famous experiments is to place dogs in an unavoidable electric shock environment to test their reactions. In this environment, dogs cannot escape electric shocks, and no matter how hard they struggle, the shocks will continue. After a period of time, transfer the dog to another cage, which is divided into two parts, electric shock and non-electric shock. At first, the dog would try to find a way to escape in a new cage, but soon it would realize that no matter how hard it tried, it could not escape the electric shock, so the dog no longer tried to escape the electric shock, but lay down to endure the pain of the shock. This experiment indicates that dogs develop learned helplessness after experiencing multiple unavoidable electric shocks. This experimental result is not only applicable to dogs, but humans also have similar reactions. When humans experience multiple failures or suffer punishment, they may also develop learned helplessness and give up on continuing their efforts. This psychological state may lead to individuals falling into feelings of despair and helplessness, unable to extricate themselves. However, it is worth noting that learned helplessness is not an insurmountable state. In fact, individuals can overcome this psychological state through a positive mindset, persistent efforts, and correct coping strategies. Therefore, when we face difficulties and challenges, we should maintain an optimistic and positive attitude, constantly try and strive. In the next issue, we will discuss the phenomenon of people always overestimating external factors and underestimating internal factors, the overjustification effect.